Okay, so here we have our generator, which is rotating at a steady state speed. It's on no load right now. The generator is at rotational equilibrium. That means that it's neither accelerating nor decelerating. And in order to be at rotational equilibrium, the power, the net power in the drive shaft, which is the torque times the speed, the net torque in the drive shaft must be zero. And also the power in the drive shaft is also zero mechanical watts. So what's going to happen is when we place the conventional generator coil that's in this prototype has one conventional generator coil and two RegenX coils. When we place the conventional coil on load, we will see the input power to the prime mover increase, which means that the prime mover is delivering additional mechanical input power through the drive shaft to the generator in order to supply the power to the load. And the magnitude, the net increase, is always going to be more than the power that's delivered across the load. And when we place the RegenX, and this is all governed by LENZ'S law, the magnetic fields that are created around the current bearing wire in the conventional coil, they are performing negative work. The magnetic field energy is performing negative work and reducing the kinetic energy of the system. And this is the voltage sine wave for the conventional generator coil, which is now currently on no load. So I'm going to put the conventional coil on load, and you're going to see LENZ'S law in action. You're going to notice that the generator will be operating at less than 100% efficiency. We will see the speed of the system go down. We'll see the power to the prime mover go up. And the increase in prime mover consumption will always be more than what we're delivering here. Okay, so conventional generator operation as explained, as not explained by conventional physics, because they don't tell you that the magnetic field energy that's created around the generator coil is what's performing the negative work, and that's what we're here to clarify. So we are, sorry, I'll go back. At no load, steady state speed, rotational equilibrium, our prime mover is consuming 145 watts. The power in the drive shaft is 0 watts. And now we're going to place it on load. So the prime mover input has increased by 20 watts. And we're delivering about 10 watts to the load, and our system speed has decreased. And the magnetic fields that are produced around the conventional coil are performing negative work. They've clearly reduced the kinetic energy of the system. They're performing negative work. They're producing a counter-electromagnetic torque. And now what we're going to do is we're going to load the RegenX coil that's in the prototype, the 2 RegenX coils, and we will see the output of the generator increase, and we'll see the prime mover consumption drop to less than was required at idle. So what that means is that if this number goes below the initial starting point of 146, 147, 145 watts, whatever it was, if it goes below that, that means that the prime mover is not supplying any additional power to the generator, and the generator is operating at infinite efficiency. Okay, so let's engage the RegenX coil. So now we are delivering an increased amount of power to our load, and our input to our prime mover has gone below what was required at idle. There is actually less mechanical input power being delivered to the generator now that it's on load than was required at idle. The generator is now operating at infinite efficiency, and we can also see that the kinetic energy of the system has increased. So we are using the electromagnetic field energy that's created around the RegenX generator coil that's in the prototype to perform positive work at infinite efficiency, while at the same time the conventional coil is performing negative work. And we can see the load current sine wave for the RegenX coil, which is in yellow, and we can see that it's delayed in the time domain, and this is the aspect of the RegenX generator coil that allows the generator to operate at infinite efficiency. The load current delay is 45 degrees, but it can be as high as 90 degrees. And with a 90-degree load current delay, we can see that our input to our prime mover has gone down. And I'll take the other coil off for now because I want to show right now the electromagnetic field energy that's created around the RegenX coil is performing positive work, increasing the kinetic energy of the system and allowing the generator to operate at infinite efficiency. And if we take the RegenX coil off, now the conventional coil is the electromagnetic field created around the conventional coil is performing negative work. The electromagnetic field energy created around the conventional coil is performing negative work, and it's reducing the kinetic energy of the system, and the generator is operating at less than 100% efficiency. So once again, less than 100% efficiency. And infinite efficiency. Lenz's law: for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. And I guess Heins' law, which we'll cover next, For every action, there's an equal and complementary reaction, which means the action of delaying the load current in the time domain allows us to create positive work from our electromagnetic field energy rather than negative work, and to allow our generator to operate at infinite efficiency. I'll put LENZ'S law and Heins' law in the description box. Okay, that's it for now. Thanks for viewing. Cheers.